Hi, I'm Casey Brigette, and today I'm joined by Will Rikakowski, who is a former World War II pilot for Japan, and he was involved with the Kamikaze raids that occurred during the war. Will, please tell us about your experiences.
Well, when I was in the war, the Japanese were losing around 1944, and they decided that they would just start sending us to crash into other ships, and then that was a suicidal mission that we did, and we lost a lot of people there.
Interesting. Did these pilots, did they commit it out of free will, or were they forced into these kamikaze raids?
Well, these pilots, they were definitely forced into their raids. The idea of like the Bushido code of like loyalty and honor until death, it wasn't part of this decision. They were oftentimes like dragged to the planes and they were forced to do it. They didn't want to do it by any means.
So the casualties of these kamikaze pilots were around 3,800 deaths, and there was about 7,000 deaths of the Allies. What are your thoughts on this?
The acts that we committed made the situation worse than it already was, and because we had the kamikaze pilots, I think that it made Japan even worse, and that's probably what led to us losing the war.
In the kamikaze raids, the pilot usually dies with the plane due to the collision or explosion or whatever it was from the impact. Now, you were a pilot and you lived. You mind telling us how you're still alive?
Well, when I was flying into battle, I didn't have a clear shot of my opponent, and the Japanese governor, he didn't want me to waste my life for nothing, so I flew back. And a lot of people did that. A lot of people tried to fly back because they were afraid of like dying, and they didn't want to die. So, yeah. But when we got back, we were like dishonored by our like fellow Japanese people, and they all looked at us like badly because we had deserted our country.
Interesting. The World War II kamikaze raids ended with lots of devastation and destruction and many casualties. We will now show some footage of what these events looked like. This footage is from the actual events that occurred. Viewer discretion is advised. Thank you for your time today, Will. I really appreciate you answering these questions. So good to have you here.
Thank you.